Hello everyone. Tashina Gonzalez back here with Vida Activa. Back to share with all my monolingual friends everything that I just shared in Spanish. So this month we were rounding things off, talking about, again, how to have amazing emotions. And so I've been sharing tidbits of just some mindset things and attitude that we can do so that we can manage our emotions, because a lot of us have had a lot of stress, a lot of high emotions right now. So today I'm talking about the benefits of developing a positive attitude. So as usual, as you hop on here, give me a wave, a hi, a hello. Let me know what city and state you are watching me from. And no matter what venue you are rewatching this from, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, hashtag replay if you're rewatching it. Now, most people know me as a high energetic person, a positive person, and every time someone says, "How are you?" I reply with wonderful. And I do a lot of stuff to keep my mind that way. But you might be surprised to know that I've not always been this way. In fact, I remembered a story of when I was in college and I was with two of my guy friends at the time, and they were telling me that I was pretty negative. And I was like, I'm not negative. I'm a realist. And then they asked me a series of questions. They were like, Tashina, how's school going right now? And immediately all of these negative things popped into my head about it. And they asked me a couple other questions. And the first thought that came in was, the first thing that came into my head was that I was everything negative, right? So because of that, I was like, I need to go to the library and I need to work on my positive attitude. So that's what I did. I bought some books and I started immediately working on my negative attitude. So I have an article to share with you guys about things that we can do to have a positive attitude. I got it from the Mayo Clinic, and it is about stopping negative self-talk and how it's important to reducing stress. So, it starts out by saying, is your glass half empty or half full? And how you answer this age-old question about positive thinking may reflect your outlook on life, your attitude towards yourself, and whether you're optimistic or pessimistic. It may even affect your health. Indeed, some studies show that personality traits such as optimism and pessimism can affect many areas of your health and well-being. The positive thinking that usually comes with optimism is a key part of effective stress management. And effective stress management is associated with many health benefits. If you tend to be pessimistic, don't despair. You can learn positive thinking skills, which is what I did. So understanding positive thinking and self-talk, you have to first identify it. So positive thinking doesn't mean that you keep your head in the sand or ignore life's less pleasant situations. Positive thinking just means that you approach unpleasantness in a more positive and productive way. You think the best is going to happen, not the worst. Positive thinking just means that you approach unpleasantness in a more positive and productive way. Positive thinking often starts with your self-talk. These automatic thoughts can be positive or negative. Some of your self-talk comes from logic and reason. Other self-talk may arise from misconceptions that you create because of lack of information, or in my case, from old programming. So, if thoughts that run through your head are mostly negative, your outlook on life is more likely pessimistic. If your thoughts are mostly positive, you're likely an optimist, someone who practices positive thinking. So, what are the benefits and why should you be developing this? So, the health benefits of positive thinking are increased lifespan, lower rates of depression, lower levels of distress, greater resistance of the common cold, better psychological and physical well-being, better cardiovascular health and reduced risk of death from cardiovascular disease, better coping skills during hardships and times of distress, right? Times that we're in right now. And according to this article, Hey girl, it's unclear why people who engage in positive thinking experience these health benefits, but it seems to be that having a positive outlook enables you to cope better with stressful situations, and it can reduce the harmful health effects. Plus, positive, optimistic people tend to be active and live healthier lifestyles. So, how do you identify? Maybe you were like me and you thought, no, I'm a realist, right? How do you identify negative thinking? So, here are some of the common ones. Filtering. You magnify the negative aspects of your situation and filter out all the positive ones. For example, you had a great day. You completed your task ahead of time and were complimented for doing a speedy and thorough job. That evening, you focus only on your plan to do even more tasks and forget about the compliments you received. I used to do that regularly. Personalizing. When something bad occurs, you automatically blame yourself. For example, you hear that an evening out with friends is canceled and you assume that the change in plans is because no one wanted to be around you. I used to do that as well. Catastrophizing. You automatically anticipate the worst. The drive-through coffee shop gets your order wrong and you automatically think that the rest of your day will be a disaster. I also used to do that on a regular basis. Polarizing. You see things only as either good or bad. There's no middle ground. You feel that you have to be perfect or you're a total failure. And I also used to do that. So I had a lot of negative patterns that I had to change over the years. So what are some of the things that we do to change this? Well, we want to focus on positive thinking. So you're going to first identify the areas that you want to change. So if you want to be more optimistic and engage in more positive thinking, first identify the areas of your life that you usually think negatively about. Work, daily commute, relationships. Just focus on one area and then go to the next one. Check yourself. So you got to consciously think about how your thoughts are going and then try to find a way to put a positive spin on them. Be open to humor. Not everything is so negative. You can just laugh a lot of it off. Follow a healthy lifestyle. Exercise 30 minutes a day. I always do that. You can break it up in 10-minute chunks. Eat better. Those are going to help your mood a lot. Surround yourself with positive people. Negative people are going to increase your stress and increase thinking negatively. Practice positive self-talk. So, reprogram your mind to have positive self-talk. Evaluate rationally how things are going. And practice positive thinking every single day. This is something that I definitely work on every single day. I wake up, I listen to positive music, I do positive affirmations to set my mind right. I make sure that I go through audiobooks on a regular basis to learn new things. So it has to be something that you do on a daily basis. If you tend to have a negative outlook, don't expect to become an optimist overnight. But with practice, eventually your self-talk will contain less self-criticism and more self-acceptance. You may also become less critical of the world around you. When your state of mind is generally optimistic, you're better able to handle everyday stress in a more constructive way. The ability may contribute to widely observed health benefits of positive thinking. So, again, I went from a person who generally was quite negative, and now I'm known as a person that's positive. And this is one of the reasons why we are having the class that we have on Monday. So I hope you have that on your calendar. We're going to talk about all these things. I did something about acceptance, and I have some videos on choosing happy. And so this class is going to give you a bunch of tools that you need in order to start crafting this positive, happy life. So I hope that you've marked going. If not, I'll be sure to put the link in the comments and make sure that you join us for that class. A couple other things, of course, I always have a couple extra tools. Some of my favorite things to use for a positive attitude would be my blend of essential oils, joy and abundance. Those are two things that I just absolutely love to help me with a positive attitude to reset. And in that class, we're also going to talk about the aroma reset technique. So this is if you have a specific block, something specific that you need to tackle. It can help you get through that. If you're generally very positive, but then you come to this block and you need a little extra boost, that's going to help you with that. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys at that class. Now, don't forget, for just tuning in, hi, hello, a wave, let me know what city and state you're tuning in from, and if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. As usual, I greatly appreciate all of you guys. Have an amazing, wonderful day, and we will see you soon.